Hello friends, good morning. Today we are going to start the next applied mathematics part, and the first topic in the applied mathematics that we want to discuss is function. So we actually are going to see in detail what is function and how we use it, but to understand this function, the basic thing that you need to know is set. We are going to see what is the relationship between set and function and how it's defined. This set thing you already know, you have studied it, but I am just reviving it for you. So the real life example for set are T set. Right, we have listened about this T set. What this T set contain? It have all the container and all the equipment that is required for tea: cup, saucer, tea kettle, milk kettle, sugar ball, and etc, etc, etc. Now suppose you go to the shopkeeper and you ask for the tea set, and he said, "Sir, these shoes are also with this tea set." You are going to laugh at him, right? Because there is no connection between the tea thing and a shoes. Okay. Similarly, for example, women's girls buy necklace set. So what it contain? It contain all the equipment that is required to decor their neck. So it have necklace, earrings, nose pin, ring. It may have bangles, right? But suppose you go to the market and the shopkeeper show you that, "Sir, that madam, with this necklace set I am providing these dinner plates to you for free." So you will laugh at him, because no, for free, if he say for free, then we will definitely take it. We don't laugh at him, happily we take it. But there is no connection between the necklace set and a dinner plate, right? So set is something which share some common feature, or which have some common characteristic, or they have some relationship between them. That's why we call them as a set. So for example, suppose set of all cities in Maharashtra. Okay, so now set of all cities in Maharashtra. So we are not including villages or talukas or sub taluka places, just the cities in the Maharashtra. Or set of all district places in Maharashtra, that is one set. Set of all state capitals of India. Set of all state capitals of USA. These kind of things are called as set. So in definition we say that set is a collection of distinct objects, and it is always denoted by a capital letter like A, B, C, and so on. So a relation R from a non-empty set A to non-empty set B is a subset driven by relationship between the first element and the second element of the ordered pair A cross B. So for example, I have a set. Suppose A is a set of number 1, 2, 3. Okay, and B is a set of number 1, 4, 9. So now from Venn diagram I can represent this. It is like as A. How much element are there? 3 elements. So 1, 2, 3. And B is the second set, which is 1, 4, 9. 1, 4, 9. Now if I connect these two with the square term, suppose I want to take 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square is 9. Okay, so this R is the relationship through which these two sets are connected. Okay, and the inverse relationship also exists. You just need to take square root of 1 square root of 4 2, square root of 9 is 3. So this R is called as a relationship. Now this thing you already know. So simply the function is also a relationship between two variables. This function is nothing but relation between two or more than two variables, but we are discussing here only two variables. So this term function is actually introduced by Leibniz. This is the scientist, the mathematician that you need to search on Wikipedia. Just see his interesting development. So Leibniz first introduced this term function, and the idea of function was further formulated by Euler. Okay, so I want you to search for these two great mathematicians. You will find a very interesting discoveries of them. So simply, the function is a relationship between two variables. Now these two variables and that relationship have some qualities. It should satisfy some conditions. Only then that relationship become function. Not any relationship is a function. Now we are actually going to see this through an example. So suppose you all go through the admission procedure, right? Can you just tell me how you took the admission? So in first step you fill the form. Okay, you fill the form, then you submitted it. Okay, after submitting your form, a number is generated which is called your rank or merit number. Depend on this merit number, you ask to provide a college list that you want, and depend on your college list and your merit number, you got the admission or not got the admission. Okay, got the admission, not get the admission. Okay, so in this form filling, what you do, you just fill your information. For example, your name, okay, your address, your college, then your 10th marks, then your 12th marks if you have, right? Then in your 10th mark you have filled your maths marks. Okay, your caste, category, everything you fill, and depend on this information, depend on your 10th mark, your mathematics marks, your category, this merit number is generated, and based on this merit number and your college provided college cut off list number, you are allotted the college and not allotted the college. Okay, that's how the admission procedure was. Now in this all system, this is your input, this form is your input, and finally at getting admission and not getting admission is your output, right? Suppose if I say that this is your input and this is your output. Okay, now in this input, this output is depend on these input, right? Depend on your 10th mark, your maths mark, your male or female, from where you are, Maharashtrian or non-Maharashtrian, all these information, depend on all these information, this output is generated. So this is a good example of function. Function is a relationship where somehow you feed something to input and you get one output. Okay, so in this case, this information, your form is a input, and your admission to the college and not non-admission to the college is a output. Now always remember that this relationship is called function if and only if for one input, for exactly one input you will get one output. That does make sense, right? So suppose I have filled the marks, I have followed all the procedure, and at the end on my admit card I am getting that you got the college as well as you not got the college. This is not possible, right? Either I am going to get the college or not going to get the college. So exactly one output I am getting from exactly one input. Okay, so this is a function. Now suppose I want to get admission to the college. I want this output. I want to avoid this output. I don't want that I should not get the college. So I want this output. Can I change it here? No. Can I change the college cutoff? No. Can I change my merit rank? No. What can I change? I can just change my 10th marks or my mathematics marks. That's thing in my hand, right? So that's why this is called as dependent variable. And this is called as independent variable. Okay. So now in mathematics so just at the time, for the time being, just consider that you are feeding only 10th mark, because all these are variable: name, address, college. So all these are variable, but here we are going to learn only single variable function. So mathematically we represent this as y equal to f of x. This is the output. This is the input. And this f is a something relationship that they both are connected. So in our example, this is the output that getting college or not getting college. Okay, and this x is my form that I have filled. More specifically, this is my 10th marks. Okay. So based on my 10th mark, I am going to get college or not going to get the college. So mathematically we represent this as y equal to f of x. We read it as y equal to f of x. Okay. Now this output is depend on this input. Okay, that's why this is called as independent variable. It is not depend on anyone else. It is independent. But this depend on this variable. So this is called dependent variable. Okay. And now for function, for each of your x, your output should be one and only one. You should not get two output for the same x. That is not function. So in Venn diagram I can show this as, suppose here I have x and here I have y. Okay, and suppose I have this value and this value here. So I should have only one output for one input, or it may happen that I have this thing can happen. Okay, so this is allowed, this is function, but this is not allowed. Y, x, okay. So this one input is getting me two output. I'm feeding one input and I am getting two output for the same value. For the same value I am getting two different output. So this is not function. If relationship is like that, then this is not function. Okay, but exactly one output for one input. So these two input have the same output. That is allowed. Because this is different, and I am getting same output, so that is allowed. This is a function. So the simple example, we can see that fan and the switch, this is also a function. So you want to on the fan, then you need to switch the button. Okay, you just can't go to the fan and revolve it and then you say that okay, the fan is on there. No, if you want to on the fan, you need to go to the switch, you press the button, then some electricity rules generated and you exactly get the output, one output. If switch is on, fan is on, switch is off, fan is off, right? So that is a function, simple basic. So I hope this you understand that what is function. Simply just remember that function is a relationship and it just so can you give me some example of function around you, just like I gave you the fan and switch example? Just think about it and write it in a comment section. Okay, if you find function around you. So the simple definition is function is a relationship between two variable and it should give you exactly one output for the one input. Okay, so this y equal to f of x, this we represent in mathematics, we write function as y equal to f of x, where we see that x is nothing but independent variable switch. It is a switch or your exam marks, and this is a dependent variable. Okay, dependent variable. So this is the output. This is not in your control, but this is in your control. Okay, if you want to change your output, you need to change your input. You cannot directly change your output. That's not in your hand, and that's why it's called as dependent variable, because its value is dependent on x, and x you are free to change it. That's why it is called as independent variable. Okay, now this x is just a placeholder. I can write any number here, y equals to f of t or z equals to f of s. Okay, so this is the dependent variable, this is my output and this is my input. Input I am always going to write in a bracket, and this function is something relation that I am defining. Okay, so now for I'll show you some few examples of function so that you understand it well. Okay, so for example, f of x equal to x cube plus 3x plus 2, or y equal to, we can write same function as x cube plus 3x plus 2. Okay, now x is your input and y is your output. So you get different values for different value of x. For example, for x equal to 0, what will I get? F of 0. Now where I have x, I just need to replace with 0. So here I am replacing 0, 0, 0. What will I get? 0 cube plus 3 into 0 plus 2. So this is nothing but 0 plus 0 plus 2. So f of 0 equal to 2. Okay. Now suppose x equal to 1. Then what will I get? Just replace x with 1. Everywhere replace x with 1. So what will I get? F of 1 equal to 1 cube plus 3 into 1 plus 2. So it is 1 plus 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6. Okay. Now in Venn diagram, how I will represent it? So suppose here I have x and here I have y. So my x is, first x is 0, second one is 1, and here what I get for 0, this y is nothing but 2, and for 1 this y is nothing but 6. So this 0 related to this, and this relation r is nothing but x cube plus 3x plus 2. That's how these two related. These two values are related. It's a function. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Now next important values are domain, codomain and range of the function. So we will see what this domain, codomain and range of the function, and this is also called as image of the function. Okay, so suppose I have a set of alphabets here and I have a set of name here. Okay, so this is a set of initial alphabet and set of name. Okay, so for example I have A, B, D here, and name I have Amit, Bubbly, Debo, Mohan. Okay, now how I am connecting this? This is the initial alphabet of the name. So for A I have an output as Amit because Amit start with A. For B I have output as Bubbly. Bubbly start with B. For D I have output as Debo. Debo start with D. For Mohan I don't have anything here, right? So these values, this value of X and this is the Y, input, output. So this possible set of value of X, which is nothing but here A, B, D. Okay, this is called as domain of the function. What is domain of the function? The possible value of X, your input's possible value is called as domain of the function, and the possible outputs, all possible outputs are Amit, Bubbly, Debo and Mohan. So this is called as Amit, Bubbly, Debo, Mohan. All values of your output, this is called as codomain. Now all these possible values we didn't use. Our function use only these three values, right? Only these three value our function use. So this is called as range of the function or image of the function. So range will nothing but this Amit, Bubbly and Debo. This is called as range of the function. Now in our example of the admission procedure, you are filling your 10th marks is your input, your 10th marks or percentage is your, this is your input, right? Or X variable, and yes and no. I mean you are getting college yes, you are getting college no. This is your Y or output, right? In our earlier admission example. So in this case, now tell me one thing. If you are filling your 10th percentage, you cannot have percentage less than 35% because you are fail, and you cannot have percentage more than 100%, right? So you need to fill your 10th percentage mark in between 35 to 100. So this 35, between this 35 to 100, this will be your domain. This yes and no value, this two value, yes, comma no, or we can write it in number as 0, 1. This is your codomain. And range is also same here, 0 or 1. Either you are going to get college or not going to get college. Okay, so that's what the function is. Simply function is a relationship, but that relationship is a special kind of relationship. We need exactly one output for the one input. For the same input we cannot have two output. Like for example, I feed the percentage 35% and at the same time I am getting yes and no both. This is not possible. I either get yes or either get no. Okay, so that's how function is. The possible value of your input, all possible value of your input X is called as domain. All possible value of your output is called as codomain. And if only few values from your codomain is used, then that is called as image or range of the function. Okay. Now how we calculate value of function, that I already show you. So suppose I have a function y equals to 3x plus 2. Okay, and now I want to find this I can also write as f of x equal to 3x plus 2. Now here I have x, here I have x. I mean these are the dependent variable. Okay. So for x equal to 0, if I want to calculate the value of this function at x equal to 0, what will I do? I will just replace this x with 0. So I will get f of 0 equal to 3 into 0 plus 2, which is equals to 0 plus 2, that is 2. So my function value at 0 equal to 2. That's how I calculate. For example, if at x equal to minus 1, what will I do? I will just replace this x with minus 1. So f of minus 1 equal to 3 into minus 1 plus 2. So f of minus 1 equal to minus 3 plus 2, that is equal to minus 1. So that's how we calculate value of the function. So try some example. Try to find out value of the function f of x equal to x to the power 4 plus 3x plus 2 for x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. F of x equal to sin x for x equal to 0, pi by 2, pi. F of x equal to log x plus 2 for x equal to 0, 1, 2, minus 1. Okay. So try this example, find out the values of the function. Let me know in comment section if you understand the lecture well. Till then, have a nice day. Bye.